What really happens when you die? I want to share a story. When I was very young, I watched a movie called Flatliners. It wasn't that much of a great movie, but it had a very intriguing plot. It was about some young students that found a way to simulate death or die for a few minutes. And they could see what it meant to die for a few minutes before coming back. And I remember that it intrigued me because I used to think, like, wouldn't that put an end to a discussion on religion? I mean, there are literally, I don't know how many religions, but there must be tens of, or maybe even hundreds of religions around the world. And wouldn't being able to die for a few moments put an end on the discussion on what really happens when you die? A while back, I stumbled upon a person talking about ayahuasca. And he said something that immediately connected the dots that I've been wondering for all these years. And he was talking about ayahuasca and DMT and how the experience of ayahuasca was like simulating death. And that was intriguing for me. Because if it really simulates death, then it would be like in the movie Flatliners. So what I did is that I experienced it myself. And I couldn't understand pretty much what I saw at first. So I decided to study it fully. And I went into guiding ceremonies, not only of DMT, I used tepescoite for this matter, but also mushrooms. And I did it for about 3 years in the mountains of Oaxaca. And what I found is what I am telling you on this documentary and what I'm explaining on this documentary.
¿Qué pasa cuando mueres? Depende de cómo eres. Si quieres saber qué va a pasar cuando mueres, haz una ceremonia de DMT, ya sea ayahuasca o en México tepescohuite, una de esas plantas. O si tienes una mente muy sana, la puedes hacer de hongos.
So, today we're going to see what should happen when you die. And I mean should happen because it not always happens. I will explain further. What should happen, we can go back to what we've seen in other chapters. This image represents the spirit world. The third dimension being what's everything inside the bubble. The fourth dimension, it will be the Maya, what keeps it separate from the fifth dimension, where there is no time. If you are a healthy-minded person, and meaning that you kept away you kept yourself away from drugs and things that damage your brain, and you live a healthy lifestyle, in the meaning that you are a happy person. You gravitate towards love and gratitude, and you are well-meaning towards other people. When you die, there's going to be a release of DMT from the pineal gland to your brain. Your brain then signals the spirit the way out to the fifth dimension. This is how it works. When you are a fetus and you are inside your mom's womb, what happens is that when the pineal gland is formed, then it releases DMT to the little brain of the fetus. And that's when your spirit invades the fetus or embryo. And that's when you are a person, because you can now have feelings. That means that you're alive. So when you die, the same thing should happen. The pineal gland releases DMT to the brain, and the spirit then knows the way out to the next level, which is the fifth dimension. That is what should happen when you die. The fifth dimension is, as I said before, what religions call heaven, nirvana, enlightenment, all these different descriptions of what is a higher level of awareness. All the feelings in the fifth dimension are the positive ones, meaning they are the ones on this chart on the upper level, and that's a happy ending to the soul. That's when you go to heaven, and that's what should happen when you die. However, this doesn't happen in the majority of cases, and that's what we're going to explain on the next chapter.